Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is RAMBABU, a lecturer in English, GOVTCOLLEGE, SATHUPALLY. Today's topic is ecosystems and environmental pollution, which is meant for semester 4 students of BA, BCom and BSc studying under the jurisdiction of Kakatiya University. Before going to the topic, let's discuss what the ecosystem is. What's called an ecosystem? It's a place where animals, plants, and non-living materials exist together. We are all part of ecosystem now. We live along with the trees, plants, animals, birds, water, and non-living things. So we are all part and parcel of ecosystem. So what's happening around the world now? Man is destructing the ecosystem in the name of different things, cutting down the forests in the name of development, in the name of urbanization, polluting water, polluting air and everything. Even food is getting adulterated. So man has become a great destructor of the ecosystem. So it's high time to stop the destruction so that we can lead a healthier life. Look at the pictures here. Air pollution. What is called air pollution? The pure air is getting polluted. Here mixing of different things, poisonous things like gas, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and everything in the pure air. And the air is getting polluted day by day. Here, the air pollution has become a major concern now. So different countries are adopting different methods to control air pollution in the world. Now let's talk about global warming. What's called global warming? Global warming is a much talked about subject across the world. Global warming is the slow increase in the average temperature of Earth's atmosphere because of an increased amount of heat striking the Earth from the sun is being trapped in the atmosphere. That's why here the Earth is getting warmer year by year. As a result of that, we are facing different kinds of complications, different kinds of problems in the world. So, what are the impacts of global warming? Due to intense heat in the atmosphere, oceans heat up and more water evaporates. It results into high energy intensive storms like hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones. The storms devastate the living beings. Students, we witness storms and cyclones every year. So this is all the result of global warming. Here, what are the impacts of cyclones? Cyclones destruct human life. They create havoc. They create havoc with the human loss of properties, loss of crops and everything. So here, this is all due to global warming as per the study. And a warmer atmosphere melts glaciers, mountain snow peaks, the polar ice cap, and the great ice shield of Antarctica, thereby rising sea levels. The next point of global, another impact of global warming is the warmer atmosphere melts glaciers in the oceans. Thus, the snow melts and the sea levels rise. Not only that, according to the study, according to the scientific study, even the Himalaya mountains are decreasing year by year because of global warming. The ice, the snow on the mountains is melting, and the height of the Himalayan mountains is decreasing a bit year by year. So this is all due to global warming. Another impact of global warming is changes in temperature change the great patterns of wind that brings the monsoons in Asia and rain and snow around the world, making droughts and unpredictable weather conditions. Now we see different kinds of different weather conditions. Sometimes we are getting more rains, excessive rains, but sometimes we are not at all getting rains, sufficient rains. And that leads to loss of crops and drought, severe drought conditions. In some parts of the world, we are witnessing severe drought conditions. And in some parts of the world, we are witnessing heavy rains and floods devastating the human life there. So here, these are all the impacts of global warming. Due to global warming, the earth is getting warmer year by year and causing all these things, all these destructions. And global warming is an aspect of climate change, referring to the long-term rise of the planet's temperatures. It is caused by increased concentrations of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, mainly from human activities such as burning fossil fuels like coal, gas, petrol, diesel, etc. Here, what are the causes of global warming? The main cause of global warming is emitting of greenhouse gases. What are greenhouse gases? Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, methane into the atmosphere. Here, these gases cause global warming. Here, the increased concentrations of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, mainly from human activities such as fossil fuel burning. What are fossil fuels like coal, diesel, petrol? We are using the fossil fuels excessively. So we are using crores of vehicles. Vehicles release smoke. They emit smoke, and through the smoke, the vehicles release carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and those poisonous gases into the atmosphere, causing global warming. Look at the pic here. The vehicles release smoke, and the factories. So here, power generation factories, through the chimneys, they also release carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and methane like gases that cause global warming extensively. What is another cause of global warming? Deforestation. What's the meaning of deforestation? Cutting down the forests. This also has become a major problem, a major cause for global warming. They play naturally trees play important role in regulating the climate change. They absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen to the atmosphere. But human beings clear vast areas of vegetation, vast areas of trees around the world for farming and urban infrastructure, etc. So here, the forest cover is not up to the mark required. As a result of that, it is causing global warming. So students, we must keep in mind that we are part and parcel of the ecosystem. So we should not destruct the ecosystem. We should plant trees, and we should love birds, animals. We should not kill the animals. So they're all part and parcel of ecosystem. So keeping this thing in view, we must try to improve the green cover. So different countries and different states have taken up different kinds of programs. Even our state, Telangana, has taken up a massive plantation drive named Haritaharam. Every year, crores of saplings are being planted to increase the green cover in our state. So even you are all actively participating in such a huge program. You are all planting saplings, but not only planting the saplings, we must take care of them. We must nurture them till they grow into trees. That is our foremost responsibility. So students, take the responsibility of planting trees and nurturing them, because you are all future citizens. The another cause of global warming is stubble burning. What's the meaning of stubble burning? Burning of farming waste. It has become major problem in certain states like Haryana, Punjab, around Delhi. Due to stubble burning, the Delhi is suffocating with the smoke. The air is getting polluted. The air is getting polluted. So, in the farm laws enacted recently, it is mentioned those who burn stubble will be penalized up to 1 lakh, according to the new farm laws enacted recently by the government of India. So here, animals, livestock like sheep and cattle produce methane, a greenhouse gas. It means the excretion of animals contain methane. And the indiscriminate use of chemical fertilizers by the farmers, chemical fertilizers, those are very harmful to human health, health hazardous. Here, the chemical fertilizers soak into the earth, and consequently, the water is contaminated. Whenever we take that water, our health is spoiled. So excessive use, indiscriminate use of chemical fertilizers is health hazardous. So we must keep in mind, instead of that, we have to use biofertilizers. In the place of chemical fertilizers, the farmers must use biofertilizers. So here, stubble burning has become a major contributor for global warming nowadays. So it should be banned. Stubble burning should not be done. If you look at the pie diagram here, the contributions of global warming: nitrous oxide, fluoride gases 2%, fluoride gases. So if you look at refrigerators and air conditioners, ACs, here the coolant, chlorofluorocarbons, the gas freon is naturally used in refrigerators and air conditioners. So they harm, they release fluorine into the atmosphere, that freon gas. So here, the ozone layer is depleted due to those gases. So excessive use of this refrigerators and other appliances, cooling appliances, is not advisable. So here, nitrous oxide contains 6%, methane contains 16%, carbon dioxide from forestry and other land use 11%, carbon dioxide from burning of fossil fuels like petrol, diesel, like that, 65%. These gases cause global warming extensively. So students, what measures must be taken up to curb climate change? The first thing is reforestation or afforestation. Afforestation plays crucial role in curbing global warming. Trees naturally maintain ecological balance. They absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen into the atmosphere. So here, trees are naturally known as oxygen cylinders. They are life-giving things. They give life to us. Without oxygen, we cannot live. Students, all of you know how important the oxygen has become nowadays. Due to COVID-19, most of the COVID patients require oxygen. So there is high demand for oxygen nowadays. So if we plant more trees, so yeah, the trees give us a lot of oxygen, so that we can lead a healthy life. So plantation drive should be taken up in large scale to curb global warming. So planting trees is our responsibility. Nurturing the trees is our responsibility to leave legacy to our future generations. And the second measure to curb climate change is shift to renewable energy sources. We are using non-renewable energy sources like using fossil fuels and nuclear energy. These are all non-renewable. If they get lost, we cannot revive them. So instead of using fossil fuels, we must shift over to renewable energy sources like solar energy and wind energy, like that, hydropower energy. These are renewable energy sources. Thermal and nuclear energy sources contribute to global warming. Thermal energy, in the production of thermal energy, smoke is emitted into the atmosphere in large scale. That pollutes the air, that cause air pollution. So here, instead of using thermal energy and nuclear energy, we must shift over to renewable energy sources like solar energy, wind energy, and biomass energy. Some states are taking up to set up solar and wind energy in their states, particularly like Gujarat and Delhi. They are spending crores of rupees on this kind of energy sources. And students, there are crores of vehicles in the world. So using vehicles has become quite common thing. Each and every house, each and every household has at least one vehicle, either it is bike or car or anything. So here vehicles naturally release carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere in form of smoke. So it's causing major part of global warming. The smoke causes global warming. So it's the need of the hour to shift over to e-vehicles instead of using petrol RD vehicles, e-vehicles, electronic vehicles. Here, some companies have already started producing e-vehicles, but within few years, by 2025, we are going to use e-vehicles instead of using diesel and petrol vehicles. And all of the farmers are using chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and chemical fertilizers in large scale. That is also major part of global warming. That has become major part of global warming. That is contaminating water, contaminating earth, and contaminating food items. So instead of using chemical fertilizers, the farmers must switch over to using biofertilizers. And another important thing to curb climate change is conservation of water. We are using water indiscriminately. Students, all of water is an elixir of life. So here, it should be conserved. We should not waste water. We must use water judiciously with the proper management. Proper management, usage of water with the proper management is essential for us. So water harvesting pits should be made mandatory at every household to conserve water. We must dig rainwater harvesting pits. That is essential. Every household should contain rainwater harvesting pits. Then water soak into the earth and the water levels, water beds, they come up, they increase, and we can reduce the shortage of water then. So, students, so this is about the climate change, global warming, and ecosystem. So here we are all responsible citizens to maintain ecological balance. Otherwise, there will be lot of changes in the atmosphere. So that leads to many problems to the mankind. Keeping that in view, we have to plant trees, and we have to nurture them. We have to use water in a proper way with the proper management, and we should not use chemical fertilizers, pesticides, etc. Instead of that, we must switch over to using biofertilizers like compost and other things. And the same way, the governments should take proper measures to switch over to e-vehicles instead of using petrol and diesel vehicles. That is need of the hour to switch over to e-vehicles, because they release smoke into the atmosphere that contain carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and sulfur dioxide. So here they cause mostly global warming. So students, on this context, I would like to show you a video regarding global warming.
Better connections and emails that get the job done.
Global warming and greenhouse effect. Earth, the third planet from the sun, the only planet having a vast diversity of life forms. While other planets of our solar system are either scorching hot or bitterly cold, Earth has a relatively stable temperature. What is that which is making Earth different? What exactly is making Earth such a favorable place to live on? It is the Earth's atmosphere, which is a thin blanket of air surrounding the Earth from all sides. This air is a mixture of many different gases. Just like an umbrella which protects us from sun and rain, this thin layer of air protects Earth from the harmful radiations from the sun. But this stable temperature is rising every passing year. Oceans are getting warmer, significant shift in the climate is seen, glaciers are melting. Why is all this happening? What should be done to stop all this? We'll find the answer to all these questions through this session. Earth is constantly bombarded with enormous amount of radiations from the sun, which we receive in the form of light and heat energy. These radiations, in the form of visible, ultraviolet, and infrared, have to first pass the Earth's atmosphere before reaching the surface. The ozone layer, which is present in the Earth's atmosphere, blocks some amount of harmful ultraviolet rays from reaching the surface. Of the remaining rays reaching the surface, part of it is absorbed by the Earth, and some, especially the infrared waves, are reflected back into the space. But some gases in the atmosphere traps this heat radiation and re-emits it to the surface, which leads to heating up of the environment. This exchange of incoming and outgoing radiation that warms the earth is referred as the greenhouse effect. And the gases involved in this are called greenhouse gases. carbon dioxide, methane, water vapor, chlorofluorocarbons, etc. Friends, but are you not wondering why it is called greenhouse effect? Is it something to do with the greenhouse? If you said yes, you're thinking in the right way. A greenhouse is a glass building in which plants that require protection from cold weather are kept. The glass cover helps to trap all the heat energy and keeps the inside environment warm. Now consider our planet Earth. The atmosphere acts as the glass and traps the heat. The greenhouse effect is essential in order to keep our planet warm. In the absence of this effect, the temperature of the Earth's surface would have been -20 to -40 degrees Celsius. But too much of something is bad, right? If the plants in the greenhouse receive excess heat, it would burn. And if we consider planet Earth, over the last 2 centuries, human activities have changed the Earth's atmosphere in a dramatic way. The amount of greenhouse gases have increased and are still increasing. They trap too much heat. And this excess of greenhouse effect results in global warming, which is an increase in the Earth's average temperature. Consequences of global warming are enormous. Its effects are not limited to one country, but it would affect the entire planet. Knowing the fact that global warming exists and human-made carbon dioxide emissions have caused it, many nations of the world have come together to sign an international treaty, the Kyoto Protocol. The major objective of this protocol are commitment to reduce greenhouse gases by about 5% below their 1990 levels. But what can be done by us? How can we contribute in reducing global warming and also its consequences? Well, planting more number of trees, reducing waste generation, reducing the use of products which generate greenhouse gases, using energy efficient appliances, increasing the fuel efficiency of vehicles, using more renewable energy, or say switch into greener ways which causes less harm to our environment. That's all for today. I hope you found this session very informative and you got a thorough knowledge of what global warming is. I hope you like our video. You can also buy our courses in the form of DVDs, pen drives, and online courses, which are available on different platforms. All links are given in the description box below. Press that bell icon and turn your notifications on. And also, please do not forget to like, comment,